Yo, hello, Ethan here. Just wanted to make a video to kind of talk about something that doesn't seem to be talked about online a whole lot. So for all you vinyl lovers and people in bands, I'm sure you've seen those ads for elasticStage, vinyl on demand. Get your record to your doorstep in like a month, $40, okay? Well, I'm here to say that I did that. I got my band, KHEPERA, I got our debut EP, pressed on vinyl, but pressing is kind of inaccurate to say, and I'll get into that later. So yeah, elasticStage, it's real. They actually pressed my band's EP on vinyl. And again, I'm gonna keep saying pressed. I'm sorry, I'm used to saying that. Disclaimer, it is a proprietary lathe cut process. So essentially they're etching your record into it. Kind of think of like that master disc when they're first doing a master for vinyl. They're cutting the music into that metal disc and then pressing. They're not doing that here. They're making the process pretty much 2-in-1. There's more nuance to that I probably am explaining horribly, but yeah, it is a lathe cut record from what I can read on Reddit, and there seems to be very little to read about it. There is a Reddit forum, which I can link in the description, of what the process looks like. But hey, I just wanted to talk about it. Look, I got it for novelty. I wasn't expecting anything amazing. I love collecting vinyl. I mean, this is just the little bit that I have personally. I have even more on various shelves in my bedroom. I have like 4 crates full of records. And I have some. I don't even have them all in one place. I have them still at some of my parents' place. So anyways, long story short, I like vinyl, okay? So it's very important to me to actually have my own music on physical. We already made CDs, which those turned out great. But yeah, vinyl's expensive, as people may know that look into it. I mean, that's like a multi-$1,000 investment, that you do vinyl because you want to do vinyl, not that you're gonna get a return profit for it. So yeah, I just kind of wanted to show you, sorry that I'm talking so much, what you're gonna get with your $40. So I am quite happy with the print job for this sleeve. You obviously, when you're making your release, it's not as streamlined as you would think it is. You can add your artwork, and then you can also do like a bunch of autofill stuff. And I just kind of did that default since this was going to be a personal copy for me. But what is quite nice is the spine. You can put your band name, and they'll put the release. So that is very nice. Forgot to say, it will arrive in a vinyl mailer, which is nice and sealed, and wasn't actually like squeezing too hard on the record, so that's kind of nice. Anyways, random thing. After you open all the shrink wrap, obviously, this is the inner sleeve that will hold your LP. This is front and back. You have that option. You will not come with a fancy Mobile Fidelity master sleeve. I have those from my own copies. But yeah, here is the record. Our EP is only 3 tracks, so I did side A with 2 tracks, and then side 3 has our longest song, so I put that on side B. It's only limited to single LPs. I think they only press 12 inches. I don't think they do singles. So from what I read, they will expand to 2 LP releases later on down the line, but this is all that you can get right now. The quality of the vinyl itself is quite nice. It's a little light. I'm sure it'll tell you the spec of what the gram weight is that they press on. The only issue that I can see is in the light. You can see that weird kind of smearing thing going on. I don't know what that's about. I've seen that with like old records before. I've already played this because I was so excited. I didn't hear anything too drastic. So sound quality, it is quite dependent on what you upload. So they do not offer, from what I can recall, there is no mixing mastering service for vinyl through elasticStage. They will cut into the record whatever you give them. So we gave them, again, it was a novel thing. I wasn't really expecting anything out of it. I gave them the regular CD mix master that we had. Yeah, it retains it all. I'm sure there could have been frequencies cleaned up on my end if I really wanted to have a vinyl master, but it's nice and loud. I didn't have any weird boominess of the bass, throwing my needle anywhere. I have a Fluence RT81, I believe, with just still the stock what it came with for the cartridge and the needle and all that. Oh, a nice thing, the vinyl itself is silent. It's not noisy, so that was very surprising. The silence is actually silent. Regular run records that I've had, there's been some noisy presses I've had. So that's a thing to note in my experience. Now, it didn't pass completely with flying colors. I would say, dude, it's like 99% there. The side B track, for 1 second, it just is complete silence, and you could see it on the record, like it just cut out the noise. So I'm thinking there was an error during the cutting process, and from my understanding, they're just cutting and going. There's no QC, in an official process to bands or artists. You get a test press, and then you confirm that with the label or whoever's pressing the record, and then they go ahead with it. That's the quality check. With this, it's just the one and done. And the idea too is like, I ordered a test press for myself to get it at the lowest cost for myself. But the idea is you can set up a storefront for fans so they can buy this record on demand. Now, my like concern is, will quality vary? So in my experience, like I said, first 2 tracks passed with flying colors, great. Side B, all of the track except for literally 1 second of the track, it's like a 9-minute song, went silent. So yeah, for a little novelty thing, I mean, if you get your record pressed through elasticStage, it will arrive. Now I will say the process took a little over a month. I mean, I placed the order January 4th of 2026, and I didn't get it shipped out finally, or even notified about it. The confirmation email and all that status stuff is just kind of non-existent. You get one and done, and there's no information to click on. It didn't ship until February 11th, which is weird because it said that it shipped through the Royal Mail, because this is a company based in the UK. But then it told me that it arrived in the States the same exact time. So I don't know if it shipped sooner than that and then it was held. And then that was another issue. It is from the UK, and with shipping stuff right now with America, it's still kind of confusing. It said it was in customs for like 12 days, and then it just surprisingly went out for delivery today. So I live out in Texas. That's far away from New York, and that's where it was at. So I time may vary, but just rest assured, something will arrive. It's just really up in the air with information. So look, if you're somebody who's just passionate about owning their own music on physical media, especially vinyl, and you want it for budget-friendly prices with really good quality, to be honest, elasticStage might be the go-to. It's a little expensive, versus buying a record on the shelf, but again, you can't beat the novelty of having your own music. So yeah, sorry for the rambling. Hopefully, maybe this video is helpful. I just wanted to talk about my experience with elasticStage and assure people that, yeah, it's a real product and it will end up at your doorstep eventually. But there's going to be a lot of things that are up in the air, and it's going to be dependent on your own personal experience. So if you have any questions, just go down in the comments. I'm sure there's something I missed. Sorry, I kind of did this off the cusp. But yeah, if you're interested in hearing this record, not particularly it on the turntable, but just the music that's in it, my band KHEPERA, we have our EP Foreword available everywhere. It's even available on YouTube. And it's got 3 songs. We're like a proggy thrash band, but like in the vein, it kind of does Gojira X death riffage. So if that's your speed, check it out. That'd be cool. But yeah, I hope everybody has a good rest of their day, and good luck with elasticStage.